Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video I'm going to show you the first team I've created with the Colossus, the latest mythic in the game. The spell is a Giant Crush. Destroy a 5x5 circle. I'm presuming that's a 5x5 square with the corners cut out, the corners missing from the mana. Gain magic based armor and life, boosted by all gargoyle gems destroyed. Interesting spell, so a tanky troop, you can have this in first place, not doing any damage, but gaining mana and gaining armor and life. That immediately makes a lot of people think this troop's no good, because a lot of people just like troops that do damage, but you can't have every single troop in the game, or mythic troop, that does a bunch of damage. This sort of troop here caters for other people that like a different play style. They like a sort of tanky troop in first place, can make it really hard work for the opposition in guild wars and things like that. So we have to try and take advantage of those things in that spell, particularly the gargoyle gems destroyed. That boost could be really important. The traits are huge. Gain 2 life on 4 or 5 gem matches. Stone Skin, reduce damage from skulls by 50%. So again, making this safer in first place. And Hellcrag or Watchers. There's a 50% chance to create a good gargoyle gem when my turn begins. So let's take a look at my team. Right, so let's take a look at this team then. So I'm going to try and take advantage of the fact that this guy is a good mana generator. I'm not too bothered about that armor and life. I'm going to just use that as a supplementary benefit as a tanky troop, but not in first place, in second place, and that is for a really good reason. This is my Colossodony team. Yes, Colossus and Charlestony. I know it took me absolutely ages to come up with that awesomely imaginative title, but an all-construct team here means that Charlestony is going to loop really well on brown. Now, this isn't looping with Charlestony just for the sake of it. When we get those 4 matches, we're going to do multiple things at once. We're going to do damage to an enemy. We're going to create loads of brown, which is going to charge up our 3 troops here. But more importantly, on each 4 match, we are going to create an evil gargoyle gem with Zenith. Now, this is mega important because he creates 5 Doom Skulls boosted by gargoyle gems at a ×3 ratio. So you don't need many extra gargoyle gems on the board to actually do a load of Doom Skulls. So it's going to be absolutely devastating. But the cool thing about those evil gargoyle gems is as well, is they give the enemy a negative status effect for every one. If you get like 4 or 5 evil gargoyle gems on the board, then explode them, the enemy is absolutely just screwed basically, because they get smothered with negative status effects, and it makes it just absolutely a walk in the park for your team. And then you can create skulls galore, because a lot of the time that negative status effect is going to be entangled as well, which makes it safer for your team. So that's going to be the key role of Charlestony. The Colossus is going to be here kind of as a emergency mana generator in a way, but a extremely good tank in second place should something somehow go wrong and we lose our Charlestony. Really good, because Charlestony creates a lot of brown for the team for these 3, but doesn't create the colors that Zenith uses. So we can use Colossus for this specific purpose if we need that. And as for the weapon, we are going to use the Cauldron. Gives a magic +1 life to an ally and doubles their attack. That is going to make those skulls from Zenith even more devastating, while at the same time boosting up the survivability of our top troop, making it really tanky, because Charlestony does indeed have damage reduction from skulls at the same time, 50% damage reduction. So really cool. We're going to do that. And the cool thing about this is, because it doubles their attack, it becomes essentially exponential growth, because you double it once and you cast it again, it becomes double that doubled amount. So in the case of Charlestony, the first double would be 144, and I cast it again, it becomes 288. If I do that again, it becomes what, 560, 570 something? This is really cool if you're a newer player. Say you've only got 25 attack. It's not much, but by the first cast, that becomes 50. Second cast, 100. If you want to do it again, it becomes 200 attack. It's absolutely ludicrous, and you can do it to your heart's content based on your player level. So it's going to be really easy to do. We're basically going to loop with Charlestony, create loads of these evil gargoyle gems, create a huge amount of Doom Skulls, and do major damage with our boosted up attack. That's how it's going to work, and we can use Colossus as our mana generator to charge up Zenith if we need to. The banner for this is going to be +2 brown dwarven banner, because you may notice we're using all the colours here. Red and purple for Zenith, brown and yellow for Charlestoni, and green and blue on the Colossus. So no wasted mana here. Geomancer class, absolutely fantastic. We'll go for Serendipity. This one is kind of useless. Anti-magic sphere, Tactician, Rock Solid, Stone Mastery, and Fortitude. Right, let's take it out there into a Explore 12 then. You can go full nice shot on this, boost up the power of your Charlestoni and your Colossus. If you're doing PvP, of course, you will change those medals to Orpheus medals accordingly if you have particularly freeze from the start from an opponent. Not too, like Root Trap as well would be a right pain, so yeah, change to Orpheus medals. We're going to get enough power from this as it is. Right, so look around for any 4 matches, because the 4 matches are going to be super useful in this team. Not just casting Charlestoni for the sake of looping, but when you get these 4 matches, you get another Gargoyle Gem appear. And these are super important because this guy goes absolutely nuts when there's Gargoyle Gems on the board. So what we're going to do, we're going to cast Charlestoni. That was a nice little loop there. Now you can cast this a few times if you like Cauldron doubles my attack. So I'm going to go from 72 to 144 absolutely immediately. When you cast Charlestoni again, we're going to create a load more brown. Didn't loop that time, that was a little bit unlucky. That's very rare that happens, it shouldn't happen this time. Thank you. We'll take this 4 match before the AI takes it. When there's no more 4 matches on the board, that's a good chance to cast your Cauldron again. And get some more. Now when we cast this guy here, we're going to go absolutely ballistic with these 4 matches, so we'll get rid of them first, otherwise it's a little bit of a waste of all that lovely damage. Let's create a few more. I'm in the mood for being a little bit weird. Let's get my attack onto 1-shot range for these geezers and then go absolutely nuts with this. Hideous amount of skulls, 1-shot on everyone, see you later. So slow start but fast finish. And pretty safe as well, because when you loop you are keeping the turn. Didn't need the Colossus then, but it was there because we're doing this thing with this where we get the, where is it? A 50% chance to create a good Gargoyle Gem when its turn begins. And if you want to cast your Zenith again and it's getting charged up, you can cast Colossus and use it as a mana generator. And of course, if you were somehow unlucky enough to lose your top troop, then it becomes very tanky in a 2nd place. So let's get some mana for a Charlestoni. Chances won't loop because there's not a lot of brown there at the start, but we got lucky with it. There we go, we've got our Cauldron up. Let's cast that on the first troop. Let's loop with Charlestoni again while taking out that top enemy. Cauldron's up again. 288 attack. Charlestoni again, takes them out. Cauldron's up again. Now we've got a 500 attack. Might as well take them out first because they only had 13 life there. Now we go mad with our skulls and pretty much fill the board up with skulls, and didn't get a 2nd hit then. A bit unlucky, but never mind. They will die. This is where you can use the Colossus. Pick anywhere where there's lots of red and purple, and that will charge up our Zenith. And we just go even more mad with skulls. And Charlestoni at 1st place is still pretty good up top. She has a 50% skull reduction, so it's still quite safe to have her there. She doesn't get the boost, of course, in Armor and Life that Colossus does. But we do get that boost to Charlestoni by casting the Cauldron. She gets the double of attack as well as that extra life. So it still makes her really tanky in 1st place. These 4 matches are nice, we like them. Get the loop-de-loop going. Creating all those lovely Gargoyle Gems at the same time. When your Cauldron's up, chuck that on Charlestoni. You don't have to do it 3 times like the way I was, sort of thing. It's just, I'll do it just for the hell of it to get the enemy into 1-shot range. I mean, 2 is probably going to be perfectly sufficient. Get these out of the way first, otherwise the enemy will take them. I mean, let's see how it does with... oh, I've been entangled. Well, that's sport my fun, isn't it? Well, in that case, you can just say, well, I'm entangled, but Doom Skulls still actually do quite a bit of damage. Even though we're entangled, You'd be surprised how much damage Doom Skulls still do, because they do chip away. Let's have a bit of fun. Alright, let's see how many evil gargoyle gems we can get on the board before the enemy comps out. I'm just going to annoy him now by looping with Charleston just to show him how annoying we can be. It's just... oh dear. Just for the fun. A very pretty line of gems across the bottom. Let's just finish them off with these. Oh, let's just do it. Go. It's just for the crack. Right, that was a silly one. We got entangled, but good to show how the team can still be effective even if you got entangled. Go away, merchant. Not interested in your wares. Right, so we grab a 4-match. We get the cauldron up. Let's grab some more of those 4 matches. Cast that on the top troop. 144 attack. You can use this if you like to generate mana, but while Charleston is up, it is better to cast her. She's going to normally get 4 matches and you can take out somebody absolutely straight away. Let's go to 288 attack. Quite a few evil gargoyle gems there now, so let's go for it. Go for it with our Zenith. Look at those skulls. Lovely. Oh dear. Fantastic. Lovely jubbly. That's the kind of thing we like. Right, let's just do this mini boss and we'll call the video a day. But yeah, a lot of fun to use. Okay, I'm not using the Colossus a huge amount in this. Obviously, it was a good chance to get that good gargoyle gem when its turn begins, and I'm using it mainly as a mana generator when I need to get my Zenith up for a cast. Really, really good for that. But yeah, it's like it doesn't have to be the start of the show just because it's the new Mythic sort of thing. It can sit in second place as a really good second place tank in case we got unlucky and lost our top troop. Nothing wrong with going about it that way. Let's get that to get another couple of gargoyle gems on the board, and we just wiped somebody out anyway. So let's get that onto 288. Let's get this first to get another evil gargoyle gem. We can use this if we like to generate the mana for our Zenith. I deliberately cast that away from the evil gargoyle gems then, so we didn't destroy them on purpose. You want to leave them there when we cast this. Skulls galore, as well as negative status effects galore. That's what's really important about those evil gargoyle gems. It's not just the damage it causes, it's the fact we're putting all those negative status effects on the enemy at the same time. Absolutely superb, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So let's get our bottom troop up somehow. See, Charleston she creates lots of brown, but Zenith ordinarily would not get charged up. This is where you can specifically use the Colossus. Just target anywhere where there's lots of red and purple. Zenith is up. Here come the pain. Any skull hit now is going to finish off and get the job done. Well, a lot of fun, that team. Obviously not super duper fast, but it is pretty safe and a lot of fun when you create all those skulls. I do like creating a lot of skulls. It is awesome fun. Well, there's a team. There's my first The Colossus team. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to bash that like and subscribe button. I'd love coming up with teams like this. It is a source of great entertainment for me. So if you enjoyed it too, bash that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.